you are your habits, you are everything that you do on a daily basis consistently. And then like you just gotta trust the process, trust time, trust God, most importantly, that you're gonna end up wherever you're supposed to be. I'm chasing greatness. I'm just trying to be the best like Hawkins man there's ever was.
Welcome back to another episode of the DJ Henderson podcast. I'm your host, DJ Henderson, and this is season 3, episode 7. Today's guest is CJ Hawkins. CJ is currently a senior at Berkeley Prep High School. CJ has been regarded as one of the top basketball players in the Tampa Bay area for the past 3 years of his high school career. Last season, he made a change and went back to his first love, the game of football. After playing his first full football season for the Berkeley Buccaneers, he picked up a lot of Power 5 football offers and is currently committed to the University of Florida. This year, CJ is primed and ready to have big seasons on the football field and on the basketball court and go out with a bang for his senior season. CJ Hawkins, welcome to the show, bro.
Appreciate it, man. How we doing today?
Doing good, buddy. First I want to touch on your upbringing. Talk to me about where you're from. Tell everybody where you're from.
Man, I'm born and raised Tampa, Florida, man. I grew up pretty much all around in Tampa. Like right now I live in Town and Country in like Wesley Chapel area, but at the same time, like I used to live in Brandon, Sefner, all that. So I basically like been just moving around like my whole life all around Tampa. So I know the area pretty well.
For sure. What does it mean to you to just be from Tampa? What does the city mean to you?
It's my city, man. Like it's nothing better than like just having. I feel like I got the city on my back. I feel like I got a lot of support from a lot of people in the city. So I mean, I love this. I love the love I get from the city, and I feel like the city love me. I love them.
For sure, I love you. I think this gonna be a good episode for sure. I think a lot of people gonna show love, tune in just to hear what you got to say.
For sure.
CJ Hawkins, UF commit, Berkeley Prep, senior year. A lot of people around the city, they know you just from playing basketball. You recently picked up football, but talk to me about how you started playing basketball and who put the ball into your hands.
Keep it a buck with you. I was originally a football player. Like I was gun-ho football. Like football was my favorite sport at that time. Like when I was a jit, but I used to just always be in the barbershop, and this high school coach from Strawberry Crest, I don't know if you know him, but Coach Dre. You know who Coach Dre is? Yeah. Coach Dre always used to just walk in the barbershop and just be like, yo, when you gonna come hoop? When you gonna come hoop? We gonna get you out. And I'm just like putting it to the side, laughing it off. And I think it was like a birthday party or something. And I played and I was like, bro, it's fun. I was so bad at basketball. I was terrible. But like I just instantly fell in love with just like how fun it was. And it was just so much different than any other sport I had played. And so that's how that went. It was all because of Coach Dre.
Shout out to Coach Dre.
Big shout out to Coach Dre, for real.
Man, I feel like, bro, every time somebody come on here that played football and basketball, I feel like our story is just so similar. Like I started playing football when I was a kid. It was my first love, just like it was yours. I started playing basketball. When I started playing basketball, I wasn't even good at all. I was bad, just like you said. I was just a football player playing basketball. You know how football players is, but I was a jit too. But I just liked the challenge. Like I wasn't good. I was good at football just naturally, like kind of it was just easy to me. But basketball, it was definitely hard. I wasn't good, like I just said. So I just wanted to work hard at it and just become good. I just like watching LeBron. I started playing basketball just watching NBA basketball, really watching like LeBron, D Wade, people like that. Just going outside. My dad got me a hoop, just trying to do everything I seen on TV. I just tried to do it, and I just fell in love with basketball. I feel like, so your story pretty similar to mine, honestly. You said that you weren't that good. So what was it like just working to become better at it? Talk to me about that process, how you became better and better over time.
What I would say is that like whole experience from being like, from knowing myself as like really bad and not being able to like, not even able to like finish like putbacks or layups or any of that, to like, just to see my improvement, that was probably the most fun, beautiful thing to ever you could ever do, for real. Because like when you just not being able to do something and now you can do it is just the best feeling. So what I did pretty much was just I listened. My uncle and my pops would always just get on me like, if you want to be good at it, you're gonna have to actually like work. And I used to always just put it to the side until like I don't know. I feel like 6th grade to 7th grade, it finally clicked. And I stayed at the park and just lived there every day. I was probably at the park probably like 3-4 hours a day, every day. And just getting shots up, thinking I was good, thinking I was doing something on the court. Even if I wasn't, I was still just getting better. So I feel like that was the real big turning point for me. And it was just up since.
For sure. I think all athletes can relate. Like even JIT days, you just explained it. You probably wasn't thinking about it like this at that time, but like now that you're older and you really be putting in the time, putting in the work, football, basketball, like just taking the time to put in the work and like work on something. Like say you just work on one move or one thing, and like you get into a real game or a practice and you put it to use. You try that move or you try that certain thing. Like it just feels
You
so
go
good.
in, boy.
So good. Like it's the best feeling ever. Talk to me about
For
that. I
real.
know you know the feeling.
Man, for me, it was that one dribble pull up, man. Got that down and I used it. I literally, like, I remember one day I had worked at it. Like, I had made like tons of makes. I think I had made like at least 100, 200 one dribble pull-ups. And then the next day practice came and I did it. And it was cash, boy. And ever since then, it was just like, oh yeah, I like that. I'm gonna keep doing that.
For
And
sure.
that's just what it was. I lived at places like the Y, lived at the park, and then like I got introduced to like pickup and stuff. So from there it was just like, all right, now I get to see real competition and see how I match up.
For sure. Like I said, like that's just making me just smile inside, just hearing it, just thinking about it myself too. Like just working on something for so long, putting in so much time, something specific, like such a small detail, any kind of detail, anything really that you put the time in, do it against somebody live, against somebody playing defense for real, or just in general, just pulling it off. That's probably one of the best feelings I could think of off the top of my head. Like only
Definitely.
I mean, I would say only athletes can relate, but I'm sure other people with different fields can relate too. Just working hard for anything and just doing it, achieving what you put your mind to is nothing better than that.
Yeah, it's definitely good seeing that, like, that thing you had mentally visualized come to fruition. It's a great feeling.
For sure. You talked about your uncle, your pops telling you that you had to put the time in, that you had to just work to be good. I want to talk about getting to high school, your high school coach, Coach Garcia. Coach Garcia, he never coached me, but he's just a family friend. You know, I've been around. He coached
So
at Sickles. I went to Wharton. He always been around. And something he told me, I want to say my junior year maybe, or sophomore year. One time we was at my brother Damien. We was at a football game. They used to play for the Predators, Rico, RJ. And one day he was just asking me how I was doing. He good friends with Coach Tonelli, my high school coach. He was asking me how everything was. And one day he just told me, like, if I wanted to be good, that I should just play basketball every day. Just play basketball every day. Play basketball every day. And in my head, like you said, a lot of times when you hear something from an adult, if it don't hit you right away, then you just push it to the side. But like
yeah.
once I started to actually, I definitely just put it to the side. But once I actually realized like that was a key, like just putting in the time, even if it's just not necessarily working out, if it's just playing basketball, like how that like transition to just getting better, definitely like changed my mindset about a lot of things. You went to Berkeley Prep, you know Coach Garcia for a long time. What has it been like having him coach you, and what are some of the things that he's told you that just have stuck with you over time?
Man, I love Coach Garcia, man. Coach Garcia been by my side since I got to high school, just being a great mentor, being a great coach, just being a great like family friend, almost, like, for real. Like that's what it's turned into. And like Coach Garcia, Rico, RJ, they just became family. And just like him, always, he never really stops coaching. Like even his style of coaching is, well, at least for me, it was more like, if the wrong person listening to it, they'll take offense to it. But I know like Coach Garcia got a way of speaking to me where he knows it's gonna get me where I need to be. So I can't thank him enough as far as like his the role he played as far as like my development. And he's taught me so much about the game, because I remember coming in freshman year thinking I knew everything, thinking I was that dog, thinking I was this, I was that. And like he definitely humbled me out a lot. And I'm so glad he did, because man, freshman year, you couldn't tell me a thing. But you know, I thought I was that guy. So
I definitely know for sure. Like sometimes I just think like anytime so many of my friends, like so many of my close friends have been impacted by him. I've been around a decent amount, just not as much as y'all. And like I could see it. Like I could see it just from afar. Sometimes I'll be like, damn, I wish he coached me, or I wish I was around more. Like I just feel like they just got so much from him. I feel like I wish I could get some more. I know RJ and Rico get it every day for sure.
man,
But yeah, definitely Coach Garcia. Shout out to Coach Garcia.
big shout out to Coach Garcia, man. Love that dude.
So you got to Berkeley Prep freshman year. Talk to me about just your transition from middle school to high school and just what it was like getting to Berkeley, just your experience overall.
Overall, it was a pretty smooth experience. Like, I feel like Eric, like Chase, I had Chase. So you obviously Chase. I had a senior who I just blended with easily, like clicked instantly. So he definitely showed me the ropes a lot. And I just got along with the guys and did whatever I saw them doing. As far as like a basketball perspective, I feel like going to Berkeley my freshman year from a school standpoint was insane. Like, one, I'm coming from Franklin, so that's an all boys school. I ain't never seen girls at school, so first 2 weeks, I'm just not focused. Let's just say that I'm just not focused. And then probably like second day, I remember second day, I texted my mom like, "Mom, I don't think this is the right place for me. They just asked me to write 200 words in 15 minutes." I'm like, "Yeah, I can't do it now." But it was good. I definitely feel like it was a challenge. It definitely shaped me to go towards challenges and go towards things that I might not think I'm capable of doing. And so that was definitely a good transition and definitely helped for the better.
Once you were able to adjust though, what was it like?
It was just grinding from there. I knew I wanted to like set my. I just knew I'm hooping at the time, so I'm chasing that bag every day. I'm in the gym, getting shots up, working out, talking to coach, just every day. Like that's just what it was. Just working out. Like me and Chase would be in the gym all the time. Me and Ronnie, me and V, just with the team. It was cool. But yeah, I just tried to establish myself as that freshman that wanted to be there, wanted to learn, wanted to put the work in. And I feel like that's what definitely helped me get along with all of the guys, and because they knew that they could depend on me and stuff.
If you're new to the show and you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss out on the show. If you're tuned in through the audio experience, make sure you leave a review, a 5-star rating, and subscribe to the show. After your freshman year, Chase left. After your sophomore year, Ronnie left. Just talk to me about just the gradual transition from becoming just a new freshman to becoming a leader, becoming like the guy. Like you just said, they were depending on you then, but at this point, after they were all gone, like everybody was definitely depending on you. Just talk to me about what that was like adjusting into that role.
I'm still adjusting into that role, man. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I'm perfect by any means, but just like being able to see it, and like I never really thought when I was a freshman, oh damn, I'm gonna be a senior one day and I'm gonna have to be the team leader and all of that stuff. So I'm still kind of learning how to be the leader on the basketball court, because I really haven't really had to do that. And like you just it's a learning process. You got to learn that it's not just about you and what you do. It's about what you do, how like the things that you do, like it takes effect on the people around you. So I'm still trying to just do my best to learn that and apply it the best I can.
I feel like you're definitely on the right track, even knowing that it's more than just you. That's what I would tell you. From my point of view, just being out of high school and stuff, I went through the same thing, just went from freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, senior year. I had to step up into being a leader year after year, having a bigger role. I would just say, just always remember it's bigger than you, really, because at the end of the day, if you know that, then you know, like, you can't be selfish. you're gonna make mistakes throughout your time. Like you said, you're still learning. I'm still learning. I'm 3 years into college on being a leader, being a better leader, being a better teammate. So it's always a learning process. As long as you know that it's bigger than you and that you always got something you can learn, something you can do better, you'll be on the right track. It's just about moving forward. So I think you got that down, Pat. You just got to keep working at it for sure.
Appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir. The senior year, last year you started playing high school football. It was your first love, so it wasn't like you were just brand new to the sport. But talk to me about transitioning and playing high school football. It's a lot different than Little League.
To be honest, the gameplay wasn't that big of a deal for me. That came like gameplay came easy. Like I knew I could block, I knew I could catch balls, I knew I wasn't slow. So like all of that, like everything as far as the game went, like came pretty easy. What was more challenging for me was like everything that comes along with football. Like, bro, we out here, it's 6:30 in the morning. Like not 6:30, but it's early in the morning. It's like 9:00 in the morning. We got practice, or like just like putting everything aside and like just it's completely different. Like I was just that's probably what got me, and just learning the plays, learning the people on the team, learning that okay, you can't say anything you want to any of your teammates, and like, your teammates are important. So I feel like last year was the year I definitely learned how to be a good teammate, especially like first game. And like it's early in the season for real, because I didn't have a role. Like I wasn't the guy. I started from the bottom. So that was a really fun experience for me to just start fresh here, go do this and get good at it. So that was my approach, and it turned out pretty well. So,
When I was in college, and my brother and my parents, they told me, CJ, like I remember we had talked about it before, talked about you playing football, but I didn't really think you was gonna show up and play football. They told me that you was playing football. I was like, this is gonna be real interesting. I felt like I knew you was gonna be good. Once I found out you was playing tight end, I felt like you was gonna play tight end or DN. I knew you was gonna be good. I just knew it was gonna be something, like you just said. I knew it was gonna be some adjusting because, like you said, you weren't the guy. Y'all got a lot of talent. First off, shout out all your guys out there, all the guys, all your teammates. But you got a lot of talent out there. It's definitely, I feel like you playing football definitely will help you this coming season in basketball and just in life, period. Like you said, becoming a better teammate. It's what, 40, 50, 60. It's a whole bunch of y'all out there. So like it's kind of, your teammates are kind of more important in football just because there's so many of you guys. Like you got to be on the same page. It's 11 people on the field versus 5 on the court. It's a lot of differences, a lot of similarities, but like you just said, I think like just that answer that you just gave, I feel like you definitely on the right track. I definitely see a lot of growth. Like you was just talking about before, from freshman year, bro. Man, you had a lot going on. For sure.
I did have a lot going on freshman year.
You definitely had a lot going on. Definitely proud. I ain't on no big bro, nothing like that. But I'm definitely proud of you, bro. Came along with chill out, bro.
No, but I appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. Definitely proud of you, bro. Last year was your junior year, your first season playing in high school football. You burst onto the scene, had a good season. Your film was definitely crazy. I came to like two or three games. I came to both the Lakeland Christian games. I'm trying to see nothing. I ain't really see too much them games, but I seen your film. Definitely pancaking folks, man. Definitely, I already knew what to kind of expect. Talk to me about how some of the skills in basketball translate to you on the football field and vice versa, how football helps you with basketball.
I definitely feel like basketball definitely helped me with just the all-around sense of like body movement. Like I feel like I get a lot of the things that I do on the field from just natural feelings I have on the basketball court. And like now, well, my coaches did their best to try to relate basketball to things that I do. So like if I'm trying to get open on the pass, they'll tell me to box out, if that makes sense. Yeah. So like it's stuff like that. So I definitely feel like body movement and like just knowing where to position my body to best optimal, like, I don't know, to be in the best position possible I feel like that's definitely where it's helped. Obviously, like my vertical, my jumping ability, that's basketball has definitely helped. As far as football to basketball, I feel like it makes me more aggressive. I feel like I got an extra chip on my shoulder because I feel like I can run over anybody that wants to step on the court with me. And I feel like I'm aggressive. Like when I want to get aggressive, like I can just turn it on and it's on. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. I feel like that's definitely the case with football players. I feel like any football player that's skilled enough to play basketball definitely got some kind of advantage because there's no fear in any contact. Any contact you're really gonna get legally in basketball is nothing compared to taking a big hit in football or hitting
For real.
somebody in football. So I feel like I already know what kind of time you're on. Definitely boxing out. Definitely. I get it. I get it for sure. Like I said, you burst onto the scene last year. Your recruiting blew up on the football field. Talk to me about just your overall recruiting process, what it's like overall.
Man, what I will say is I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't expecting it, and it was just crazy. Like it was really, really crazy. Like it started off, I think like mid-season, Um, I got a call from like Pitt head coach, and he had told me like I'm a scholarship player, and I'm like, does that mean I have an offer? Like I'm not used to this, and I'm not thinking that much of it at the time, but like people was telling me like, bro, you about to get O's, like it's for real, and I'm like, nah, like brushing it off, and then it like everything like it just came out of nowhere. I like coaches following me every day, people calling my phone out of nowhere to try to get interviews and stuff. It was just a lot at one time that I just wasn't prepared for whatsoever. Like nobody told me, hey, this is about to happen for you. Like people would say it, but I didn't know how to didn't believe it, and two, didn't know how to handle it. So like obviously you get 2-3 offers in a day, your head gonna get big. Like it is natural. Like it's not something really you can do about it unless you know, like unless you already knew and was expecting it. But for me, because it was so new and so like just fresh and like I wasn't used to that. I definitely got the big head for like the first 2-3 months of my recruiting. That I don't think that was good for me, but at the same time, I feel like it just came with what I had going on at the time. But it definitely took growth and just like me looking myself in the mirror and realizing, okay, like this really don't mean nothing. This is all God's doing, not really me. Because when you look at my film, I didn't catch no balls. I caught forward. Like I didn't do it myself. Like this is me hooping, me doing this, doing that. That I didn't really do that. I feel like everything that I have is because of what God has chosen to put in my hands, not really because I necessarily did it, because I didn't really do too much.
I feel like you definitely, even though you didn't catch the amount of balls you probably thought you might have, or the amount you might have wanted to catch, number one, they're gonna come this year. You're more
Oh yeah.
experienced. Like you're gonna be 10 times better than you was last year. Number two,
Yeah.
you still did something. You had to put the time in. You had to go to practice, like you said. You had to do all of that stuff to even to come to fruition. I feel like that's just amazing just to hear. You literally like they say, you literally woke up, your dreams was right in your face. Like it's a blessing
Man,
for real.
for real. And I didn't even realize it until it was like dead in my face. Like I had to look, I had to check, like just to make sure like stuff real. Like it was just crazy. And while I do feel like I definitely did something, and I definitely like I put a lot of effort into football. Like I knew if I was gonna play, I wasn't gonna half step. Like I can't half step nothing. I'm just not that type of dude. And if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. So I felt like that was definitely a big piece. But I don't feel like I didn't feel like I deserved what I had. And I didn't feel like I worked hard enough for it. Cause this dude's been playing football all their life, don't still trying to get an offer. So it's like I didn't like that's just how I felt about it. But at the same time, I felt like, all right, if I'm getting this because I'm doing this, imagine what happened when I actually get kind of nice. So and it was just last year was just a growing experience all around. on the football field, off the football field, recruitment. I learned so much.
What would be some of the like best pieces of advice you could give to somebody that's up and coming, that's coming through the recruiting process? Like I
Yeah.
myself, I'm in college right now. I've been through a recruiting process. Nothing close to what you've been through. Obviously, that's everybody's dream that's going to college. Everybody want to get recruited by a whole bunch of high major, Power 5, D1 schools. I never experienced that personally. I have had a lot of different schools hitting my lineup though. It's definitely stressful no matter what level you're at, just deciding on the school, making such a big decision. Like you're in your senior year of high school, like it's really hard just to make a decision on where you want to spend the next 4 years, 3 years of your life, where you want to possibly get your degree from that's going to set you up for the rest of your life. Just talk to me about what you would tell somebody that's up and coming, that's coming through the recruiting process.
Recruiting process, don't get a big head. Don't let the things you have define who you are. I was definitely guilty of just getting the big head, like just don't do that. Hey, all the young bucks listening, man, just don't get a big head, man. Just keep working, keep your head down. Definitely don't get complacent, because the moment you get complacent is the moment you start to lose stuff. You start to slack off. You start to not work as hard. So definitely don't get complacent, and just take your time and go where you feel is best, even if it's not where everybody else might feel or where all the hype's around, or even if it's not that, go where you feel you're wanted and go where you feel is the best decision for you and nobody else.
You committed to the University of Florida. Talk to me about some of the things that went into your decision, what you liked that you saw, what you heard from some of the coaches, just what went into your decision committing to UF.
I'll probably say what went into it a lot was just growing up a Florida fan. Like growing up, my mom obviously went there. I feel like a lot of people know that. But yeah, growing up a Florida fan and always having the aspiration to just put on that jersey, and then like Coach Brew was cool, Coach Mullen was cool. I really hit it off with them when I met them, and I just felt like it was the right decision for me. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like I felt like it lined up with tight ends. It was a good school for tight ends, and I wanted to definitely make sure I got a good education out of college. So I went ahead and committed.
For sure. Your senior season at Berkeley, you just started. Talk to me about what you're looking forward to on the court and on the field. What are you looking forward to accomplishing? What are you looking forward to doing your senior year?
I'm looking forward to making memories, man. I'm looking forward to being able to have a year to look back on and never forget. Just having something to be proud of, because I know senior year only come around once, and senior year usually what people remember you the most for. So while it came so fast, and I remember my first practice lacing up shoes, like thinking, I ain't never gonna be a senior. I'm gonna be in high school for a pretty long time. Like this 4 years ain't gonna go by like that. Man, it did. Like it definitely did. So I'm just looking forward to just being my best. Like I know everybody's kind of excited to come see me play, see what I'm gonna do this year. I'm just looking forward to giving some people to watch. Giving some people to watch and making memories, breaking records, getting buckets, scoring touchdowns, having fun with my team, enjoying wins, like all of that stuff. And this year I feel like I'm gonna cherish it a little bit more, because obviously it's my last one. So I'm looking forward to it. But dang, it's kind of sad to think about now. It's coming to an end, man.
For sure. Man, that's what I tell you. I say take it all in. Like that's something I didn't even. I'm telling you this because I didn't do it. I didn't do it my senior year how I should have. Like I didn't take it in. Like take every day and just try to have a good day every day. The memories that you're gonna make your senior year, that's all you're gonna remember. Like our certain specific games, I don't remember how many points I scored in games. I don't remember small stuff like that. I remember specific memories though. Like that's what you're gonna take with you forever. The memories, not even on the court or on the field, just bus rides and just hanging out with your team, like you said, like those are the things you're gonna for sure take with you forever. Everybody that's ever graduated high school and had these same thoughts that you have right now, just thinking back to your freshman year, the time flies by. You don't believe it till it's gone. Really, you're gonna graduate and be like, damn, like I really just was in high school for 4 years. As long as you just take it all in, you're gonna be fine for sure. If you're new to the show and you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss out on the show. If you're tuned in through the audio experience, make sure you leave a review, a 5-star rating, and subscribe to the show. I got a new segment on the show. Everybody know that play sports. The fourth quarter in football, everybody 34 is up. Basketball, any sports, we call it crunch time. This gonna be crunch time. Just gonna ask you a couple quick questions. Just give me what you got.
Quick answers?
Not necessarily. They don't have to be quick. They could be quick. They could be a little long. Just whatever come to your mind, just let me know.
Bet that up.
All right. What's the biggest obstacle that you've had to face to get to this point right now?
Biggest obstacle, myself. I feel like I battle a lot, like just with myself. Like nothing's ever good enough. Nothing's this, nothing's that. I'm not doing this right. I'm not doing this enough. Definitely, like you are what you think. Like when I say like the power of the tongue is real, like what you say, what you think, what you put out into the world is the exact same stuff you get back. So I feel like my biggest obstacle was up here rather than anything anybody has ever put in front of me.
I'm glad you said that. We didn't touch on it before, but talk to me just about real quick, like how important it is, like taking care of your mental, just being mentally tough. Talk about mental health, like just talk about what you just touched on.
Man, it's so important to take care of your mental, man, because if your mental not right, then you can't be right. Like no matter how good you think your body feel, no matter how much, if you got something like that's lingering in your head constantly and it's just not coming out, like it's gonna show itself in way more than one form. So I feel like it's so important, like now more than ever, that like us is not like athletes, Black men, all of that stuff, like just take care of our mental and take care of the little things before we worry about like going out in the field and stuff, because mental is way more important than any of that.
For sure. I know I heard it so many times growing up, like people say 90% of the game is mental and 10% is like physical, but like you don't really, until you get kind of to an age where you got stuff on your mind, really, like you don't really think about like how serious that is, like, but that's definitely for sure important, taking care of your mental, being in tune with yourself, for sure. I definitely agree with all that you just said. What are some of the sacrifices that you had to make up until this point?
Sacrifices? Um, I'd probably say just basic ones, like choosing not to hang out, choosing not to go to that party. I feel like everybody really talks about that one a lot. Just time, like just a lot of time. I've sacrificed a lot of time. So, but I wouldn't really call it a sacrifice because, like, to me, like I would just rather be in the gym or on the field doing footwork than, out partying, out like just, I'm more like just that speed of guy. So it's to like I feel like if you really love it, it's not really it's not really a sacrifice.
For sure.
Or it doesn't, at least doesn't feel like one.
For sure. What advice would you give to somebody that's watching this right now that wants to be just like CJ Hawkins, that's coming up? They want to be just like you.
What I I'd say be yourself before anything. I'd say trust the process. I'd say keep working, man. Just keep working. Trust the process. You can ask I was fiending for some offers, fiending for some pubs, just fiending for it. Like that's all I wanted. That's all I thought about, like literally. And then like you just gotta trust the process, trust time, trust God, most importantly, that you're gonna end up wherever you're supposed to be.
What's the best piece of advice that you've ever received?
I got up on my wall. You don't get you don't get what you want, you get what you are. So I feel like for that should, it's pretty self-explanatory. You are your habits, you are everything that you do on a daily basis consistently.
What's something that a random person wouldn't know about you, but people closest to you, your friends, family, they know?
I really like swimming. Like I'm a fish. Like for real. Anything with water, I'll be in it. Like you see it on the gram. Like, man, I love water. I love to swim. I love just outside nature. I'm a big nature guy. So I feel like if you don't really know me, you wouldn't know that. But everybody that's close to me knows CJ love that water.
This man think he Michael Phelps. Who's been the biggest influence on your life this far?
Oh, man, I've had a lot of influences. Um,
Who are some of them?
Definitely my mom, my dad, my uncle. Uh, Mom, dad, pretty self-explanatory. Just been by my side since day one. But my uncle has definitely played a bigger role in my life than he's like actually had to. So I definitely feel like he's definitely played a huge part. So I can't thank them enough. Like, man, they've came up with me, been by my side, been in my ear since day one. And I feel like I feel like my uncle and dad were the people who knew, like, who seen greatness in me, like seen like greatness in me before I could like see it for myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, when like people see stuff in you that you can't really see, I feel like they definitely saw that and wanted to instill like all the good stuff as they can, as much good stuff as they can, so they can set me up for where I am now. So I can't thank them enough.
I feel you for sure. That's definitely a blessing. Like people, you need people like that in your corner if you want to do great things. I feel like there's a lot of people out there that don't have that support system, that don't have nobody telling them that they could even be good or that they even got a chance to do great things. So I
And that's
definitely
how you
feel
see
you on that.
people fake. Because like if you're not believing in yourself and you don't really got other people believing in you, it's kind of hard. But at the same time, like if you don't believe in yourself, you gotta believe in yourself because you're gonna be the only one that believe in yourself.
Yeah, nobody gonna have you like you got you. That's for sure. Nobody
Right.
gonna take you serious if you don't take yourself serious. Nobody gonna believe in you if you don't believe in yourself first. That's for sure. What's your why?
My why? Um, my why has changed a lot. It used to be, man, I'm just out here having fun, but my why now is I'm chasing greatness. Like I'm just trying to be the best like Hawkins man there's ever was. I'm trying to build generational wealth. I'm trying to be that dude that like 50 years from now, my grandkids talking about, oh, your grandfather was that guy. Like you just thank your grandfather, all of that stuff. I'm trying to be that guy. Like I'm trying to be the patriarch of my family. So I feel like now I'm in a pretty good spot to do it, and it's just time now. So just keep working.
For sure. If you could meet and spend a day with three people, dead or alive, who would they be and why?
Rod Wave, Muhammad Ali, and Drake.
Wow. That was hold on before you keep. That was the quickest three we had on the show ever. God, why would you pick those three? Tell me a little bit, just a little bit, why you would pick those three people.
Rod Wave, love the man, biggest fan. My mom, you already know I'm a Rod Wave fanatic, but for those who don't know, I'm a Rod Wave fanatic. Been listening to him since 7th grade on the bus, Hard Times, Hunger Games, all of that stuff. So big Rod Wave fan since day one. Would love the opportunity to hang out with him. Drake, self-explanatory. It's Drake. Drake's the GOAT, man. Like you listen to his music for real, you'd agree. And Muhammad Ali, man, I just looked up that really like his confidence is just so unmatched. Like I really aspire to have the type of like self-confidence that he had. Like no one, like even if it wasn't internal, he was so good at like just his aura just was untouchable. Like nobody, it was just crazy. I feel like the impact that he made on the world and just like he had on others around him is definitely inspirational and definitely what I would want to, just why I would want to be around him.
For sure.
Like,
just a little side note, what you think about the deluxe Soulfly? What you think about the deluxe, man? I'm in the gym. I was in the gym last night about 10:30, putting up shots on the gun. I'm tuned in. This man preaching. Tell me what you think about that.
Man, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Doesn't miss, you know? He just
hard.
doesn't.
He's hard. I feel like
I
kind of take him for granted. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like so many people, you probably do a little bit.
Same thing. I don't take him for granted.
You probably a little piece of you do, bro. I already know. Cause for me personally, like you just said, you talking about 7th grade. We talking about 2016, 2017 Rod Wave. Like we've been on, and then you go somewhere. Like I'm in West Virginia right now. I'm meeting different people. You hear somebody playing Rod Wave, like they don't know. Like you know,
yeah, they don't know like we know.
Yeah, it's like I don't even. You know he don't miss. You know it's gonna be good music every time. Like it's like I just last night was the first time I listened to Soulfly the whole thing. Like just because I know it's good music. Like it's not like I gotta just go tune in to see if it's fire or not. Like I know it's that. So
yeah,
that's how I feel about Rod Wave for sure. Like he definitely, yeah, he one of them ones for sure. He's
only getting bigger, man. That's the thing. Like, and I feel like that's what makes it like, well, what makes me such a fan is like just being able to see from 2016, you know, SoundCloud, you couldn't even find them on Apple Music. Now, bro,
Apple Music.
Before, bro, real talk, before Spotify, before all of that, bro. Like, dude,
SoundCloud, my mixtapes.
Oh God.
I'm telling you. He said one of the I just had my phone on shuffle just listening. I don't know what the name of the song was. He said, I'm not even gonna get the words right because I only heard it one time. This man said, he said, last year was a good year. I would tell you better luck next year, but next year gonna be my best year. Yeah. I said, whoa. Like
what he said that in? He said that in dang, get ready.
Yeah. He one of them ones, bro. That before I go, both of them songs that he just did with Kodak. Yeah. Rod, he definitely
already won.
Yeah. I remember my first year at JUCO, I was telling people this 2 years ago at this point, almost 3. Coming out of high school, first year at JUCO, I'm telling people like I got obviously in college you got teammates from different states, different countries, so they don't know all the music. You know, I'm telling people, man, Rod Wave, this time next year, Rod Wave gonna be a household name. This man came out, what was it? Ghetto Gospel, didn't miss. Like it's like he don't miss. Like
you don't.
We could talk about this a different day, but
30 for 30
for sure. Rod Wave, Dark Cloud. He dropped. Bro.
Don't even get me started, bro. I listened to Dark Cloud. I must have listened to that shit straight for at least 2 weeks. Bro. Like replay every day. There's so many dark days. There's so many dark days.
All right. Let the man sing it, cut. Nah, but for sure though, definitely Rod Wave. If you ever see this, I need you on the show. Me and CJ big fans.
I'll be at the concert on the 11th. You know.
Man, I can't even.
Front and center, ain't no way you can't notice me, man. I love you, dude. I want a Hard Times tattoo.
Last and final question. Who should I have on the show? Whoever you say, you got to plug me in. You got to help me get them. Who you think I should have on the show next?
Interview X. Or either X or interview, you know, Trey Martin?
Trey Martin?
Yeah.
Definitely. All right.
That'd be a smooth interview. Yeah.
X, Trey Martin. All right, bet. X and Trey Martin, if you see this, I need you on the show, man. Come on. Your time coming soon, man. Come get on the show. I need you on the show. Come bless the show, man. Come bless the show.
Y'all boys get on the show, man. Great show, man. For real.
All right. Yes, sir. That's about it for the show. I want to say again, thank you, CJ, my dog, my brother. I appreciate you taking the time out, supporting the show. Tell everybody where they can find you, Instagram, Twitter, any social media you want to plug.
Man, y'all can find me on Instagram, CJ Hawkins 23. Twitter, iHoopCJ, all caps. Snapchat, CJ Hawkins, no S 24.
Man, plug this Snapchat. You know what time it is, this man. All right. Again, thank you, Brody. I appreciate you. And we out. I want to say thank you guys for your continued support of the show. If you enjoyed this episode, please make sure you leave a 5-star rating and a review wherever you get your podcast. For exclusive merch, make sure you send a DM to the DJ Henderson Podcast Instagram page or my personal Instagram at DJ Henderson_.